Today our topic is what Epictetus taught about freedom. Epictetus was a Stoic philosopher who lived a long time ago, but his ideas are still very important today. He was born as a slave, but he became free later in life. His teachings are about how to live a good life, how to be free inside your mind, and how to deal with problems. He believed that true freedom does not come from being rich or powerful, but from understanding what you can control and what you cannot control. This is the key to his philosophy. Let me explain more about what he taught. Epictetus said that there are things in life that are up to us and things that are not up to us. The things that are up to us are our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions. These are the things we can control. The things that are not up to us are everything else, like the weather, other people's opinions, or what happens in the world around us. These are the things we cannot control. The problem is that many people spend their lives trying to control things they cannot control. They worry about what others think of them. They get upset when things don't go their way, and they feel like they are not free because they cannot change the world. But Epictetus said this is a mistake. If you focus on what you cannot control, you will always feel unhappy and trapped. Instead, he said, you should focus on what you can control, your own mind and your own actions. This is where true freedom comes from. Let me give you an example. Imagine you are walking down the street and someone insults you. They say something mean or rude. Most people would feel angry or upset in this situation. They might want to shout back or even fight. But Epictetus would say that this is not the right way to react. Why? Because you cannot control what other people say or do. You cannot control their words or their actions. But you can control how you react. You can choose to stay calm, to not let their words hurt you, and to not let their actions control your emotions. This is what freedom means in Stoicism. It means not being a slave to your emotions or to other people's opinions. It means choosing how you respond to what happens in life. Another example is when things don't go the way you want. Maybe you lose your job, or you fail a test, or someone you love leaves you. These things can feel very painful, and it is natural to feel sad or angry. But Epictetus would say that even in these situations you still have freedom. Why? Because you can choose how you think about what happened. You can choose to see the situation as an opportunity to grow, to learn, or to become stronger. You can choose to accept what happened and move forward, instead of staying stuck in the past. This is not easy, of course. It takes practice and effort. But Epictetus believed that this is the path to true freedom. He also taught that we should not be afraid of things that seem scary or difficult. Many people are afraid of failure, or of being judged by others, or of losing what they have. But Epictetus said that these fears are based on things we cannot control. If you are afraid of failing, for example, you are afraid of something that might or might not happen. You cannot control the future, so why waste your time worrying about it? Instead, focus on what you can do right now. Do your best and accept whatever happens. This is how you can free yourself from fear. Another important idea in Epictetus' teaching is that we should not depend on things outside of ourselves for happiness. Many people think that they will be happy if they have more money, a better job, or a nicer house. But Epictetus said that this is not true. These things can be taken away at any time, and if you depend on them for your happiness, you will always feel insecure. Instead, he said, you should find happiness inside yourself. You should be happy because of who you are, not because of what you have. This is another way to be free. Epictetus also talked about the importance of accepting what happens in life. He said that everything that happens is part of a bigger plan, and that we should trust this plan even if we don't understand it. This does not mean that we should not try to improve our lives or make things better. But it means that we should accept what we cannot change and focus on what we can do. For example, if you get sick, you cannot change the fact that you are sick. But you can choose how you deal with it. You can choose to be patient, to take care of yourself, and to not let the illness control your thoughts and emotions. This is another way to be free. Finally, Epictetus taught that we should not complain about life. Many people complain about their problems, their bad luck, or the unfairness of the world. But Epictetus said that complaining does not help. It only makes you feel worse. Instead, he said, you should focus on what you can do to make things better. If you have a problem, try to solve it. If you cannot solve it, accept it and move on. This is the Stoic way of life. In conclusion, Epictetus taught that true freedom comes from understanding what you can control and what you cannot control. It comes from focusing on your own thoughts, feelings, and actions, and not worrying about things outside of your control. It comes from accepting what happens in life and not being afraid of failure or judgment. It comes from finding happiness inside yourself and not depending on things outside of yourself. And it comes from not complaining, but instead taking action to improve your life. These are the lessons of Epictetus, and they are still very useful today. If you follow these teachings, you can live a life of true freedom, no matter what happens around you. This is the wisdom of Stoicism, and it is a powerful way to live.